Hello there everyone, and welcome back to Attila Total War with the Medieval Kingdoms mod 1295. It's important to say that 95 because I believe there's a 1212 and then there's a 1278. Both of the last ones, 78 and 95, both more or less built on the 1212 mod, which is the one that's made all the different units or characters within, and then the 78 and 95 is versions of it where they've implemented those into a single player campaign. I believe that the 1212 team is also actually working on a single player campaign, so that will be interesting once that comes out, because it probably will work a lot better because it will be more of a dedicated from the guys that actually made the different models. So that will be interesting to see. Hopefully that comes out rather soon. So last time around we went in here and took the Duchy of Savoy, took their home region. For some reason they decided not to defend the castle. Instead they charged out. And so we harassed the army. I've harassed it quite a few times successfully. As you can see here, a number of units have lost strength. So they're really lacking in numbers.
Commander?
And I see no reason as to stay within the walls. I think we can march out and destroy them without much ado. Now, since last time, I think there's done maybe 1 or 2 turns. Let's see, what are they actually called? Can I go through here? Let's see. Yes, Duchy of Lorraine has declared war on France, and since we're allied with France, we have gone ahead and joined them. And as per before, the Duchy of Savoy was joined by the County of Toulouse, so we're still at war with the County of Toulouse. And then we were also at war with the Danish, because the Danish had attacked the Duchy of Brandenburg, and now they've actually gone ahead and taken a location from the Duchy of Brandenburg, but we're laying siege to that force. So it's the major Danish force that is remaining out of these. We've got 2 smaller ones here, but they're quite depleted, it seems. Scourge of the West and Mjolnir's Retributor. And so the Just Conquerors are about to go against Odin's Sentence. And I think we'll actually start off by dealing a blow to the Danish, because this is going to be the more important battle, or the one that's going to be a lot more difficult. And so I want to do that one first. Then, as the religion, that's sort of coming along nicely at the current moment, then we're kind of holding them back. We've got this guy which can sort of alternate in between this region and this one, keeping them down. And as you can see, the level of heresy is now down to 59% in this province, and it's down to 55%. So soon there will be Christian minorities in both these. And as I will take this, I will earn a bigger part of this region. At some point, it's going to be inevitable that we're going to come into contact with the people in Magdeburg, and we're going to have to be at war with them, because they continue to spread this heathen religion. Although I don't think they actually are heathens, but they're not doing much to actually combat the Christian, but they're not doing that much to combat the heresy, because the heresy is spreading, even though, as we can see, that the heresy is slowly waning all over these counties, which is good. But right now we're gonna have Ethelric, General Ethelric will go ahead and advance and attack General Ragnarsfrid under in the command of the Danish army. So numbers wise, we're quite even. The Danish outnumber us with about 200 soldiers, which isn't that much. I think the main point, or the thing that's going to be troublesome, is the fact that so far we haven't really been able to recruit any missile units, so we're lacking in that part. And as we saw in the units that don't have shields take a heavy amount of damage. So these skilled longbowmen, we're gonna have to make sure to take those out. The enemy cavalry is Swedish nobles. They are very depleted, so I think our Imperial Knights will go ahead and destroy them. Anyways, let's go on to the battlefield. And here we are on the field of battle. Well, not really a field of battle because we're attacking a small town. And as you kind of see, it's basically the exact same town as we fought at last time, except the roof tiling on the buildings, I believe, is a bit darker, or it might be due just to the fact that I don't know, there's a weather change. I believe it was raining in the last battle. We're gonna do it a bit different this time around. What we're gonna do is we're gonna have the we're gonna have these guys advance first towards the different openings, and then they're gonna be backed up by the swordmen. So we have 4 units each moving into directions through here, and through here. And then what I'll do is I'll have the cavalry spawn on this side, so they'll be able to handle an anvil charge in through the center of town, and we'll have the general on this side, because I imagine there's going to be a lot of casualties for our infantry, just like last time. And it's going to be quite a hell of a fight. The enemies outnumber us a bit, so yes. Right, let's go ahead and start the battle. So we can spot quite a few enemies. I want to start off by marching my men forwards. We need to keep an eye out for those bowmen. So we've got 1 bowman unit right here. They disappeared. We have
the enemy has been sighted.
We had one somewhere around here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to set these cavalry guys up so they're ready to ride down these alleyways, and I'm going to get the crossbow cavalry. Should have actually deployed them somewhere over here so they can get around, kind of start skirmishing. We don't want to advance down this area just yet. We're going to hold back on that, given the fact that there's quite a good defensible position, as we found out last time. So right now our forces are advancing. I'm going to move the general forward a bit. You know what? We probably need to run to get into position there, to get that, cut that tower down. Possibly what we'll do is we could send this one and this one,
we have revealed their concealed men,
to come down through here instead, because if we just max out the sort of area which we're marching into, it's not really going to do us any good. It's just going to cram the soldiers together, and also the FPS is going to drop like nothing. Yeah, until it reaches 0 or nothing, really. For God in heaven. It's good that he specifically said God in heaven there, because he doesn't want to fight the God. He doesn't want to fight for any other God, does he? Interestingly enough, it looks as though these quote-unquote Danish troops are actually Swedish. You know what? Once again, I think we're gonna have to set fire to that building. Interesting arc of the bowmen here to fire. You know what? I think there's nothing for it. We're gonna have to charge in pretty rapidly here. And I want the spearmen and the swordmen going in. Yes, set that on fire. Let's see how's it going over here. Are you setting that? You know what? Set that on fire. And then the 2 spear units will attack. And over here, you will tear that
We have
wall
destroyed the
down.
enemy tower.
And you're gonna have to tear that tower down. You're gonna be ready to charge in. And so I want the knights down now coming in towards these. Oh, it's polearm infantry. This could be nasty. Oh, one knight has already fallen off his horse. Ooh, they're kind of forming a spear wall. But it's not really enough. The knights are charging through. Get the crossbowmen up behind here. Oh, we've got one unit actually retreating over here. But as a part of setting this tower on fire, we kind of set the town on fire as well. It doesn't bode well that they were actually able to cut down those guys. Right, the knights were able to go through, and now they're gonna go into the soft underbelly here with all the archers, and hopefully maybe scare this unit as well of Swedish nobles. But right now it's not really going that well for us. You know what? We have a possibility here. If we can cap that guy. Have they torn? It looked like they had torn down something behind there, but no.
The men are running. Stand and fight, damn you!
Gonna get the general in here. How's it going over here? They're holding on here, so there's the going kind of fine. But here it didn't go well at all. And you know what? There's probably where we need the crossbow cavalry to come in and aid. Okay, my cavalry is kind of bogged down given the amount of enemy infantry now that's turned up right here.
Cowards!
So either we need to throw in more infantry, which is not really possible. Right now these guys look to be even encircling my cavalry. So we got a nice hit on these guys, but we're gonna have to pull the cavalry back. I just wanted the cavalry to retreat.
The fire rises. The enemy city smolders.
Oh, that wasn't really my idea to set the town
Our
on
men
fire.
have given up and are running for their lives.
Let's see if we can pull this one back so we can fire on them with the crossbow cavalry. And then fight again. And then have the general attack them in the back. How did it go? Oh, the cavalry were not really able to get any closer here. We have the enemy general here somewhere in among all of this mess. And I was hoping maybe if I kill him, I could turn the battle around.
To the fight.
If there's some way I can push through to... this is probably the location where I kind of can push through. But we're gonna need the aid of these 2 units to push forwards.
Advance at speed.
Right now it doesn't actually look as though we're gonna win this. Right, you know what? We have a chance here again. Charge in. The general has actually opened up.
A unit is running from
But
the
he has
enemy.
a risk, his risk of being surrounded here. What we're gonna do is we're gonna have him stand over here. And as you can see, a lot of the enemy infantry is moving over here, leaving an opening for us to kind of crush the crossbowmen and the bowmen over here. Shit, we set the entire town on fire here. Whoopsie. And there we go, the general smashes into the crossbowmen.
Our men have rallied.
We're gonna tell him to continue into the bowmen here. to get rid of these 3 units. How's it going over here? We're not really able to get the enemy general. What I can do is I can maybe get these guys around. Oh, get these guys around. Did I pause the game? That was not the intention.
Our men are breaking off.
Come on, let's get through this. Someone's breaking off somewhere. Over there. You kind of need to run, guys. Slow and steady fight here. It's kind of a waste of having the swordman just standing behind there. Let's see if we can kind of come around on the sides. Okay, we're not gonna. This one's not gonna be able to get through, but this one's gonna be able to kind of get through. Some men
run from the enemy. This is shameful.
And now the enemies kind of have to refocus. This fight is not going to go well. Get the knights out of there. This looks nice, but I need to break through. You know what? There's an opening here. It's not going too well here. Can I get... You know what? Let's get these guys up through here. Around. We could hit there. We could... This is about to collapse kind of now when I've pulled my men through. Yes. It's about to collapse.
The enemy are ambushing us.
No, they're not. The enemy is pulling back over there. Opening up for my knights to once again kind of go ahead and do a charge against the enemy general. Oh shit, we're not going to be able to come through that. I've already blocked it. And we don't want to get stuck in here, so we're going to retreat out again. We don't want to get stuck inside town. We're going to keep the smaller one there, and this guy is going to move around. Right, we've completely gotten rid of those guys.
Enemy units have returned.
Let's see if we can do something similar on this side. Or on this unit before it's reinforced. The swords go straight forwards, the other two go on the sides. Try to encircle them. We need to kind of hurry, because if we can hit these, we can do a similar thing there, where we can destroy them. I've got the knights. Should be able to get through here. Get through. And then fall in on them. And surround them.
The enemy tower is
and
no more than wreckage
It's a
now.
complete surround. And the cavalry managed to ride into these guys. The enemy is probably tired at this point, so we're gonna throw in these guys to aid in the fight. We're gonna get the knights out of there. And now as you have advanced, get the general. And we've surrounded these guys and destroy them. Let's just hit those guys straight on. Oh, see some enemies are falling apart. Bloody medium bow infantry. We're gonna keep at it because I want this one. Looks like it's kind of ish about to break. There we go.
Enemy general is fallen.
Enemy general has fallen. Time to make a major push and see about how many we can rout. I get the cavalry back in. Where do I have my crossbow cavalry? Oh, I moved them over there. It seems like the main fighting is going on towards the center of town. These guys really stand the herdmen. I guess these guys, the ones in blue there. Most of the troops at this point are very tired. But given the fact that the enemy general has died... Oh shit. There is a risk here of my general dying as well. Charging straight into this. But the enemy is very tired and they've lost their general. The thing is, if I lose my general, that's going to be very bad. I'm going to push this guy back. Move forwards. And then you guys move down through these streets together with this guy. And then I want the crossbow cavalry to come through here. Didn't I tell you to fall back? The general is over here. My cavalry not doing too well. We're gonna push in again, get this one smaller unit. See if we can kill those. Spears attack. Swordmen attack over there. And then let's see if we can get the other swordman unit to come along there and attack. These two charge forward on those guys, and these guys coming around hitting this guy in the back. We've got cavalry units stuck there. The general was able to send off that unit.
The men are broken and are fleeing.
But this is a very bloody fight here. General has to pull off. But as we see, as our infantry advance is going along, it's routing.
Enemy forces have struck our general down.
No! This could turn the tide of battle, but maybe it's too late for that. It's too late for the enemy to change.
The men are broken and running for their lives.
But there's definitely going to be a change in atmosphere on the battlefield now that our general has died.
Our men are wavering.
Oh shit. Our men are falling apart.
Our spears are yours.
Oh shit, they're all falling apart at this point. It's down to the cavalry units. Oh, there's no point in charging in there. Oh, we actually got a fresh unit back here. That together with the crossbows could probably do it. But we've got so many men of our army now retreating. Let's see if we can save this one. Come back here.
Our men flee the field of battle. This is a shameful
we're gonna advance forwards. Get the cavalry onto this side. And then the crossbow cavalry is gonna have to fall back, and I'm gonna tell them to hold fire for now. We need to make sure that our attacks count. So there's 3 enemy units left. And it's medium melee infantry. And we've got some heavy, very heavy melee infantry. But they're very tired at this point. The advantage is still over to the enemy. They have about 60 men more than us. It's going to be down to this one because it's fresh. Very tired enemies. What we're going to try to do is get him into a fight with these guys. What does this do? Charge bonus, charge speed, and melee attack. Missile block chance. There's no really disadvantage then of forming into the wedge for a charge. Question is, it would probably be better to go for those units which we already have kind of an advantage against. And looking at how the fight is going to progress here, we might want to spread these guys out to come in on the flanks, and And then the general can come over here. He can also go into a wedge. So these should set up here. And these should come up behind the wedge. Oh. Oh, the enemy is advancing. Turn the wedge. Charge!
Warriors eager for blood. Fire at will.
Open fire. If you have the ability.
Cavalry ready.
The remainder of the enemy, or the general's unit. We have a possibility of shooting the enemy in the back there.
Ready to ride.
And it would probably be best to hold the enemy looking our way. Oh. Heavy hit.
The men are broken and running for their lives.
There we go, but shit. We lost. Ah,
The
crap.
men are
No.
wavering.
We lost everything. Valiant defeat. Something happened there that cost just too much morale, and the army was forced to flee. God damn it. Anyways then, on to we're gonna sally forth out of the siege of Lyon. And there we have it. After some very heavy fighting, the enemy stands or remains on the field with 600 men towards our 800. The enemy lost 2,000 men, we lost about 1,600. I guess it was the fact that they've got this mercenary men-at-arms guy. They were the ones, those really strong units, that really held while we were able to destroy all the other enemy units. Unfortunately, our army, which was really one of the more powerful armies we have, got destroyed. But in so doing, let's see, I guess Scholar maybe. We'll take him.
At your command.
But in so doing, we kind of broke the Danish army apart, and even though we won't be able to, I was hoping to take this, but our allies can surely swoop in. This is the only army they have. Hopefully there's some other armies coming in. I've told the others that this is the target of the the allied armies. Right, anyways, let's go down here and sally forth. Oh, they're gonna run. Then we're gonna chase them into the forest and kill them. That's an even fight. We outnumber the enemy though by 600 men. It's gonna be interesting. Let's go ahead. You are attacking the Duchy of Aquitaine, apparently. And so now we're actually at a field of battle. We're in the middle of the forest as we're about to chase down the remnants of the Duchy of Savoy. Right. Let's go ahead and start the battle.
I do not want to draw the sword in anger.
You
but
don't?
my God, once it is drawn, I will fight. I expect nothing less of you. Heavy horse at your command.
You know what? We'll get the crossbowmen to move forwards quickly. Try to spot where the enemy is. Since the ground tilts downwards, you always want to hold the high ground. And so therefore I've decided to... there we go. The enemy has been spotted by the crossbow cavalry.
The enemy has been spotted.
And their troops are advancing against us. Ooh! I wish I had like these kinds of heavy spear infantry. Some pikemen. I guess maybe I can buy I can buy some Or I can hire some from mercenaries. You know, we have the what's they called? The Swiss not too far away. Get my cavalry into position. These guys gonna pull back a bit. They're not gonna start. You know what? They might as well actually start skirmishing with that one crossbow infantry unit. Kind of put them on edge, fighting us. Is that the general then? The knightly the knights? Or is he somewhere else?
Hidden units! Watch out!
Watch out! There he is. There's the general. Okay, so we're gonna tilt the army and quickly now get into position, and then we're gonna release the general from the group.
Grouped and awaiting orders.
Yeah, you're not gonna be in any group at all. Instead, you're gonna go ahead and join with your cavalry up to the side there. Are you firing back at the crossbowmen? I'm not entirely sure that you are. Fall back a bit and then hit these other guys in the flank. Okay, so we've got cavalry moving forward.
The enemy has discovered our hidden troops.
And they've got their own bow cavalry or crossbow unit.
The enemy is going for our general. Protect him.
Oh, I should have put on... No, not toggle mount, toggle skirmish mode. To get away from those...
At your service. Advance at speed. For the savior.
Oh, there goes my crossbow cavalry. Their crossbows are going to cause a lot of problem for us.
For the savior.
Forwards! Forward the cavalry!
Ready to ride.
Look for enemies worthy of my sword.
Ready for a massive cavalry charge. Straight into the enemy's formation. And the infantry will now advance
Our men have given up and are running for their lives.
as well.
Follow me. Ready for orders.
The unwashed bastards!
The unwashed bastards!
Enemies tend to do that.
They always set fire to the trees for some reason. I guess we're gonna have the cavalry smash into the enemy units before before the line hits it. Charge! And there we smash in to the flank of the enemy unit. We're gonna have to worry about those pikemen. Right, infantry, get running. I guess that didn't really work. I was hoping that these guys would actually go be moving ahead of the others.
Ready for battle. Yeah. For glory.
For glory.
Enemy units have returned to the battle.
Thing is, the cavalry is kind of doing this all on their own.
Ready for orders. Orders. Advance. Ready for orders.
Charge it, men! clash of steel. Oh, the crossbow guys are back. See if you can move forwards and then come around and flank. And then once you're in position here, you can fall in on the enemy. And you guys can go for that one. And you can go here.
Our men flee the field of battle. This is a shameful display.
Who's fleeing? Crossbow guys. The enemy general is right here. And we've got our general fighting against the enemy's general. I wonder which one is where our general is. Let's see. Maybe if I go into the... There he is. There's our general. The guy on the flank right there. I'm pretty sure that... Nope, that wasn't it. Well, he should be in the center now.
Their general is dead! At least our men have given up and are running for their lives!
Well, that's not good. Luckily for our men, our cavalry is now ready to join in the fight and smash the enemy from the side. Classical Total War tactic, the hammer and anvil strike, which is actually about to be performed on us as well. If it weren't for the fact that we've got a bit of cavalry to stop them. Attack the crossbowmen. I get you. Gonna get the infantry to crush the enemy. Focus in on these guys, the pikemen. Well, we don't want to lose any more generals than necessary, I was about to say.
Come on! The men have thrown down their weapons and are fleeing!
Okay, chase. Get the cavalry to chase down the enemy crossbows, and there we go.
A glorious victory will soon be yours.
We are victorious. And I'm guessing, you know what, we're gonna have to have this army recover a bit, but then they could possibly join in with the war with the French to aid our allies, the French. In terms of losses, we lost about the same amount of men, but the thing is, the enemy had less to begin with, and they have nowhere to go, so they really needed to win that. We're gonna go ahead and take on warriors, I believe. Yes, that is what I'm going to do. Their army persists, though, which we don't like. I wish we could have...
Commander?
Oh yeah, we can actually continue.
Kill the cowards!
And completely annihilate them. We're gonna go for... I'm not entirely sure what is the best, but I guess since we outnumber them so much, I guess we go aggressive. Ooh! Right through the visor on the helmet. We lost 53 men and we killed their entire force.
On the move. At your
And we'll
command.
take on a few warriors.
Would that I were as swift as the angels.
And then take a look. We've got the army got some points. So we can put it in not the regular army, integrity when in own or allied territory, or logistics, replenishment and ammunition. I think both are kind of good. They civil duty, light training, and pagan subjectors, morale versus barbarian kingdoms. But there's only one barbarian kingdom, I believe, and that's... Or I'm not even entirely sure if Denmark is, if they are pagans. I guess integrity, we can start off with having these, so it opens up as many of these points as possible. And then the general got some abilities. So he's now a rank 4 general. Public order could be good. Food from character, governor province. Replenishment is always good. Army recruitment capacity, that's good to be able to replenish. Unit for experience for cavalry. Melee defense for infantry unit. Commanded force. Morale for infantry for recruits. And these guys build on cavalry command. Fleet of command. The governor. Overseer. I guess we want something like this. Army recruitment capacity means that we can replenish the army really quickly, and then integrity and authority is always good. So let's go for that. Has he become any more loyal towards us? No, he's still not that loyal. What's this? Go to records tab. I guess we could grant him at some point some trains here. Let's see, where is he? You are my best general. Can I make you a royal ambassador? Yes, I made him a royal ambassador. Because of that. I could have possibly put him higher through all of this. But I'm not entirely sure if we want to put them too high here, because they get personal influence and they could rival the king. But there we have it. After this this army could push towards, let's see, what area are we actually at war with? Up there. There they are. But their army is up here chasing around the French king. Swords of Carolingus. And they're around Reims. Could go nasty there. Anyways, so we had 1 victory and 1 defeat. And yeah, hopefully we'll be able to turn the tide of war up in the north to in our favor. But yeah, that's about it. So I hope you enjoyed this episode, and hopefully I'll see you guys for the next one. Bye.